Getting all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another basically just tutorial news flash. I don't even know how to title these videos or how to introduce these videos, because it's not really a tutorial. It's just kind of showing you how and keeping you up to date and making you aware of new updates that go on in the Madden modding community / the franchise football community on Discord. And we've got another one from the fine people over there in the franchise football community. This time, it is the 2002-2003 roster. There was a poll on the franchise football community Discord page. They gave you a bunch of different choices. People voted, including me. I voted for 2002 to 2003 because I thought it'd be pretty interesting. And here we are a couple weeks later. We have it into the game. So this video is just showing you how to do it, what it looks like, the people that are in it, and go from there. So if you're going to enjoy, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. If you want to go and check this out for yourself, go and do that. Download it just like I'm doing it here. And if you want to go and check out and keep up to date with all of the stuff going on in the franchise football community, go check out their Discord page. It is Franchise Football Community. Also, Madden modding community. Whoops, didn't mean to hit my mic there. Madden modding community also is a big contributor to these. WeMaster has his own thing. He's pretty huge in the modding community. So go check out the Discord pages if you want to go and get more in-depth stuff. But here we go. I'm going to show you how to get the 2002-2003 franchise football community modded roster. All right, so you start out just like normal. You open it up on your console. Open up Madden 25. We are playing on console, as you can see. PS5 menu screen, just to prove it to you, in case you're wondering. But all you got to do, just like every other time, go to the download center and go over to the roster files. And here are some of the other ones that we have previously talked about, the Madden 12 and the Madden 18 one from We Expertise. But this one, I already have it downloaded, is all you have to do is type in Madden, oops, that's a Z, Madden, and then 03, and then FFC, and then V1, because crucially, this is the first version of it, so there's going to be some inconsistencies, there's going to be some things that aren't correct, but it's going to get updated in the future, so this is just the first version of it. So we'll go over that when we take a look at the roster, but it doesn't matter about capitals or anything like that. You just type this in right here. It'll bring up the Madden 03 FFC version 1 from Primetime himself. There's already 106 downloads. I'm not going to download it because I already have it downloaded, but all you got to do is just download that. Then once you get that completed, all you got to do is go over to the load and downloads or load and delete stuff. And here it is. Just load it up. And then we can take a look at the roster itself. And here we are. Ignore the starting team being the Titans. That's for another video. But this is the roster, and it's got a lot of the people on it. And yes, obviously, a lot of the portraits are not the real people, but like I said, it's just the first version of it, and they may never be fully completed because just some of the portraits you might not be able to find because it's such an old roster. But there are some real life portraits and real life models in here, like Randy Moss has his model. It is the old Randy Moss model, like his older face, but that's the only model that's in the game. There's not a young Randy Moss player model in the game, so. But Randy Moss has a model. There's a decent amount of people. I think Brett Favre has one as well. Brett Favre has a player model in the game. So, and if you're not familiar with how they are able to do this on console, basically what I understand it as is the modders were able to get into the files of the PS or the console version of Madden and were able to discover all of the portraits and player models that EA Sports and Madden do not delete. They have in their databanks, but they never deleted them. So guys like Brett Favre, who at one point in Madden's history had player models in the game, obviously, and like Peyton Manning, we've talked about him before, guys like that, they never have gotten deleted. they're just stored away in the databases. So that's how they're able to pull these out and make them used in rosters, is because they're still in the game files. They just are not being used, obviously, because they're not in the league anymore. But Peyton Manning has one. Brett Favre has one. I don't think Terrell Owens has one. I guess we could check. I did go over this roster quickly before this video just to make sure it was all working. And yeah, T.O. does not have one. That's okay. But I'm pretty sure Brian Dawkins does. Mainly because he's like the big cover athlete of this season of Madden Ultimate Team. So yes, Brian Dawkins does in fact have a model. It may not look exactly like him, but that's EA Sports' fault. That's not the modder's fault. But it looks okay. It looks fine. I don't know how many different people have. We know that Tom Brady has one because he's been in a bunch of the other ones earlier, obviously, like the 18 and the 12 or the 13 or whatever it was. Michael Vick has one. We've talked about him before. He's got his model in the game. As you can see right here, Michael Vick, and it has him as a lefty, obviously. So, yeah, a good amount of the players have their player models, and a lot of the players have their portraits. A lot of the important people, I guess you could say, have their player models in the game. I think LaDainian Tomlinson does he have one? I don't remember, honestly, if he has one or not. He does. There you go, LT. If you're a big LaDainian Tomlinson fan, he has his model in the game, so that's pretty cool. But a lot of the important people have their portraits in the game, and most of them have their models in the game. I think Jerry Rice has one, surprisingly enough. I think he was one of the guys that I looked. Yes, so Jerry Rice has a model. So if you want to go in a franchise and make Jerry Rice 20 years old again and have him on your team, he looks like Jerry Rice. That'd be pretty fun. Maybe put that in the databanks for a future video or something. I don't know. But yeah, there you go. Jerry Rice has a model in the game. So he looks like himself. I don't know about Marvin Harrison. Obviously, we took a look at Moss and Owens already. I don't think Marv Sr. has one. He does not. Okay, I didn't think he did, but that would have been pretty crazy if he did. I never checked any of the tight ends. I wonder if Tony Gonzalez has one. He does. Okay, I couldn't remember if he did or not. Tony Gonzalez does have a model in the game. So there you go. A little close-up of him if you care. A little close-up of Tony Gonzalez. All right. So that is the roster. If you're curious about all of the different players, I'm not going to go with like super specific into who's on this roster. If you want to take a look for it yourself, you can download it and go into the details more in depth on your own. I'm just going to quickly go through some of the different positions, and you can see the top guys who were rated where and what everything looks like. I am going to take a look at Michael Strahan because he's a pretty well-known player. So does he have a model in the game? He does. Okay. Michael Strahan does have a model in the game. Do they have his gap in his teeth? Smile for me, Michael. Go on. You gonna smile for me? I want to see. I want to see if it's accurate. Is it biblically accurate? Oh, he won't open his mouth, will he? Come on, Mike. Show me those pearly whites. No, he's not going to. Oh wait, maybe. No, he didn't. He didn't. Okay. But he does have a player model in the game. Here are some of the other ones. Ooh, I wonder if Jason Taylor does. He's one of my favorite players of this era. Does he have a model in the game? He does not. Okay, I didn't think he did, but that's pretty cool, though. All these guys are in here. Warren Sapp. We've got linebackers. This wasn't the greatest era for linebackers. It gets better a little bit. One of my favorite linebackers, where's he at? I saw him. Or maybe I didn't see the right person. Bill Romanowski's pretty cool. I do like Niall Diggs. Niall Diggs is a cool guy. Mike Vrabel. I wonder if Mike Vrabel has his coach model. That's pretty funny if he does. I've never checked. Does Mike Vrabel have his coach model in the game? He does. How do you not take his coach model and put it in? That's kind of weird. I thought they would do that. Middle linebackers. This is a good era for middle linebackers. The outside linebackers, not so much. But you got Urlacher, Ray Lewis. We took a look at Ray Lewis in the 2012 one. That was the year that he retires. He should have his in this. Yes, he does. Okay, so this is super young Ray Lewis. So you get both ends of the spectrum there if you care. Well, not super young. He's 27. I always forget how old Ray Lewis played into. That's kind of crazy, actually. Zach Thomas. I mean, it's a good era for middle linebackers. Then you got some good right outside linebackers. You've got some really good corners. Champ Bailey. I wonder if he has his. Does Champ Bailey have his player model in the game? He does not. Okay, I didn't think he did, but it's always nice to check. Ty Law, one of my favorites. Rondé Barber. There's Doc. We already took a look at him. Darren Sharper. Love Darren Sharper. But he doesn't have his player model in the game. So that is the 2002-2003 roster, if you're ever curious about who's on it. And the best players in the entire roster are Brett Favre, Priest Holmes, Peyton Manning, and Marshall Faulk. Those are all 99 club. Marshall Faulk, I already checked. He does not have his player model either. So there we go. If you want to play with that roster on a franchise, all you got to do is the same thing you would do with a normal franchise, loading up anything. So you just go into a franchise. You got to make sure that that roster is loaded before you go into the franchise. Then you just go to create new league, play offline, or play online if you care about that. I don't really care which one you do. Doesn't really matter. But then you go into regular season. It imports the roster, and then you will have the entirety of the 2003 roster. Here you go. So then you can do a fantasy draft. You can do just a normal rebuild or a normal franchise with whatever your favorite team is. Now, unfortunately, the immersion does stop here because there are no draft classes from 2004 up to nowadays. Well, there are from nowadays, but there's a big gap in between there where there's no draft classes just yet. I don't know if those are going to be coming in the future. It's hard to say. But as of right now, there are no draft classes starting from like 2004 up to like 2015 or wherever it picks up. I think it picks up in 2016. So I don't think from 04 to 15 there's any draft classes. Unfortunately, at least not for console. For PC modding, there might be draft classes, but you can't get those on console because they're not ported over. They're not uploaded onto the Madden share. The only way you can do it is if you download it and put it in the files yourself. Or put it in the modding thing yourself. So, unfortunately, the immersion does stop with just the roster. But hey, I mean, at least the roster's here. That's pretty awesome. The people over at the franchise football community are doing fantastic work with these mods. Same thing with the Madden modding community people. They're also doing amazing things. There's just so many talented people that work on modding and stuff for this game. It makes it so much more enjoyable because the base game blows. Just straight up. It sucks. And EA Sports doesn't care about the game. They don't do anything to change it. So the fact that these people care about the game and they make it more enjoyable is really, really nice. So if you want to download this game, follow exactly what I did there. The Madden 03 FFC. Then you got to put the version 1 in there as well so that you get the first version, and just do it exactly like I did there, and you'll be able to have this roster for yourself, and you can have some fun with it. And now, if there are draft classes that come in the future to support the future of a roster like this, where like 2005, 2006, 2007, so on and so on, then I will make a video on that as well. And it'll be the same process, but it'll be the same process as the other draft class video and as this video as well. But I'll just update you along the way so you guys can stay up to date. And like I said, if you want to go and follow them on Discord as well, you can. That'd probably be for the best so that you know what's going on. But that's going to do it for the video. Just a quick little update, kind of keeping the awareness going, showing you guys that this is out now. So if you enjoyed, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watch. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.